Don't let a minor injury or discomfort throw you off your programming, wreck your motivation, and sabotage your results. This is what I do.
Like old times.
What is going on, aliens? I'm Mike Rosa, and in today's video, I'm gonna go over what I do for myself when I feel a little tweak or minor strain happen when I'm exercising, or if I just wake up incredibly extra sore and stiff for whatever reason. I was actually talking with my client Jonathan the other day about this because his lower back started acting up, so we had to make a game plan what to do about it. After making my recommendation to him, I thought you aliens would appreciate a new updated video about this too. First off, I want to emphasize the importance right off the bat that you need to acknowledge the fact that you're aware something isn't feeling as it should. Too often, people try to shrug things off and ignore them, which is what causes a minor injury or discomfort to become something serious and truly problematic. Luckily for you aliens, I've been working out for over a decade and I competed in powerlifting for many years, lifting hundreds and hundreds of pounds, so I've experienced my fair share of aches and pains. And because of that, I've learned how to handle these unfortunate scenarios by applying specific remedies that you can do right at home on your own. Again, this is what I personally do and what works for me. I'm not a doctor or rehabilitation specialist, I'm just sharing my experience and hope it can help work for some of you aliens too. Also, I just want to be 100% clear, what I'm going to be addressing are minor issues which are very common. If you're experiencing any form of actual pain that is beyond the levels of heightened discomfort or intense tightness, then this video is not for you. Stop all kinds of physical activity or anything that could worsen the pain and schedule an appointment with your doctor or a specialist if that's the case. But if you're exercising and feel something tweak, I hope my recovery game plan helps you get back at it quick so you can keep crushing your goals. And if you need help reaching your fitness goals, join me for my free virtual live fitness coaching class where I'll actually call some of you aliens out personally to hear your fitness goals and give you a game plan on what I think you should do to get the best results possible. Plus, I'll be pumping you up and coaching you through a full follow-along workout session. You'll be able to do the workout at home or at the gym too, so anyone can get after it. I'll be hooking you aliens up with more free surprises at the class too. Click the link in the description and sign up now. I'd love to meet ya. Now, first off, aliens, let's discuss what I already mentioned being the most important initial action: awareness. Whenever I feel a tweak or strain happen during exercise, I never try to just power through it because that's always resulted in making it worse for me. I acknowledge that something happened to my body that is actually bothering me now. Maybe it hurts or it just feels weird or uncomfortable. Whatever I'm feeling, I know I'm feeling something out of the ordinary and it hasn't gone away yet. And aliens, don't let that be confused with a missed groove rep or a bad form setup or just not being fully loosened up yet either, because that's totally different. Be honest with yourself. Trust and listen to your body because you will know if you're feeling something beyond the normal nags and aches that is staying persistent. And second, now that I've allowed myself to be aware, I don't continue or start doing anything that may intensify it. I don't necessarily completely stop working out, but I don't keep working out or doing any exercise that could affect the problem area. I know I haven't allowed any time yet for my body to naturally recover itself, so at this point I really don't know the severity or how long it may continue to bother me. There's been many times where I've woken up the next day feeling 100% normal with zero issues or concerns, but I never assume that. And since I'm not doing anything to make it worse now, I try to identify when it happened. If I don't recall a specific moment or action of something happening that could have caused this, then I'm actually really happy. In my experience, if I don't know when or what exactly happened, it's always been a case of my body just saying, yo, relax, I need a little break or some extra rest.
Try to chill out, my man.
Being unable to identify that cause has really shown for me to be a good fortunate sign for an unfortunate scenario. On the other hand though, if I can identify exactly when and what happened, that always requires more delicate care and attention for me to deal with. Remember too, that identifiable cause was something minor that you can just pinpoint, not a moment of shooting pain or anything severe like that. And at this stage, my actions dealing with the issue are the same whether I know how it happened or not. I'm resting it and not doing anything whatsoever to aggravate it. Alright, now I'm at home and it's time to apply some very basic remedies in hopes to expedite the recovery process. First thing I'm doing now that I'm home is taking an over-the-counter medication, specifically a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory like Advil, Aleve, aspirin, Motrin, or whatever I have in stock at the moment. Most often it's Advil. Next, I'm smothering that area with some kind of muscle pain relieving cream. I'm not really picky on what cream or gel I use as long as it has menthol in it, or at the very least CBD. I actually normally have some random brand name muscle relieving cream I got at some fitness expo at some point. More common examples though, just a reference, would be like Bengay, BioFreeze, Icy Hot, and Tiger Balm. One thing I love about the relief creams too is that they're pretty immediate. The Advil or whatever over-the-counter medication that you take, it takes a little bit to start working its wonders, and often it just happens without any real acknowledgement of it working, even though it is. The creams, I get that instant gratification feeling with that relief right away. After doing those 2 home remedies, this is the first time my decision is dictated based off whether or not I know exactly what happened. If I can't identify that specific movement or moment, then I apply heat to the area. Heat will increase blood flow to the area, relax and loosen the surrounding tissue, and promote healing. Now, if I can identify that specific movement or moment, then I will apply ice to the area. Ice will reduce inflammation by decreasing blood flow, and it will numb the area to reduce pain. The reason my choice here is variable is because if I don't recall the actual action that's caused the discomfort, then I usually assume it's due to some means of overuse causing extreme muscular fatigue, or that somehow I just got overbearingly tight causing intense muscle stiffness. If I do recall the actual action, then I refer to the discomfort being more closely related to an actual injury where swelling is involved and that inflammation needs to go down first, which is why I would use ice in that case. I usually only ever ice for a 48-hour period to get that inflammation down, then I will proceed with heat after that to promote blood flow back to the area. I like to set a timer for 20 minutes whenever I ice or heat, and I have at least an hour period between sessions too. Whether I started icing or heating, I'm doing that multiple times throughout the day until I'm back to my 100%. I also am taking another dose of Advil or whatever similar med I'm using every 6-ish hours until I'm back to my 100%, and I'm also reapplying another layer of the pain relieving cream then too. Additionally to those 3 basic steps, I'm a huge advocate of the supplement glutamine. We actually sell this on AnabolicAliens.com too. Glutamine is one of my favorite supplements because it's an amino acid that's directly involved in protein synthesis, which is an essential process for muscle repair and growth. But for me, what I find extra special about this amino acid is its ability to really specifically help the muscular cells recover. This is something I picked up when I was very actively powerlifting. Honestly, I don't even remember the guy's name who recommended I try this, which is sad because I'd love to shout him out right now. But what I do remember is having a lot of pain after finishing one of my powerlifting meets, and this dude was like, yo, try taking an extra 10 to 20 grams of glutamine to your supplementation and you'll recover faster than you ever have. So what did I do? I went out and got glutamine, which I was very pleased to also find out that it's very cheap for a supplement. Most protein and post-workout formulas include glutamine, but not close to the amount I was recommended to try. So the first time I tried this, what I did was just dump 20 grams of unflavored glutamine into my protein shake for a few days. Now I can't fully accredit the glutamine because I was resting and doing my other remedies, but I was back at training with my usual intensity very quickly, and I definitely give glutamine at least some of the credit. Ever since that experience, I always use extra glutamine if I'm wicked sore or tweak something. And extra being between 10 to 20 grams, depending on my soreness level. And then also, when I got back into my training, for at least a week period, I'm putting that extra glutamine amount half in my pre-workout and half in my protein shake to be overly cautious. I've recommended glutamine to many people over the years to deal with these types of scenarios too, and I've heard nothing but positive feedback and claims of increased recovery time.
Thank you, Mike.
One last home remedy I do, which I only do when I'm feeling almost ready to get back at it, is some method of rolling or massaging sensation. Whether it's an actual foam roller, a lacrosse ball, a massage gun, a real massage, oh my god, e-stim, whatever can dig deep and really loosen up that muscle always makes me feel great, but I do have to make sure I don't do this too early in the process. I only do this step when whatever was bothering me isn't anymore, or at least barely is. So that actually sums it all up, aliens. Those are my at-home recovery remedies for minor strains, tweaks, and muscle stiffness. Pretty basic, but it's really become a standard for me to deal with these scenarios because it's consistently worked over a long period of time. So I hope it can work for you too. And it works pretty quickly. One more note to mention, make sure when you do get back at it that you're doing so progressively, and what I mean by that is don't immediately jump back into full intensity or heavy weight. Test some movements slowly first and work back up in weight until you're fully confident you're at your 100% again. With minor issues like these, by taking proper care and action, from my experience and working with thousands of clients, very rarely does this recovery time take longer than 5 to 7 days. I'd actually say 3 to 5 days is a more common average. So if you do these things right, and it's just a matter of a few days, a week tops, that by no means should throw you off your programming. As long as you stay motivated and get back on track as soon as you can, even potentially push yourself to catch up for any missed program sessions, then I assure you that your results won't be jeopardized and you'll be able to continue on your journey pain-free to maximize gains and overall progress. I hope you aliens enjoyed this video, found it helpful, and if ever needed, find it useful too. Make sure to smash that thumbs up button for me and click that notification bell right next to subscribe so you don't miss a new video upload from me. I got a lot more content coming and you don't want to miss any. Please leave a comment too for any experiences of your own that have worked for you that you'd like to share. Who knows, your method may work even better for someone else than mine. We all can help each other. And to recap just one more time on my process, but real quick before I do, if you haven't already, it's time you join the Gains Invasion, aliens. I'm thrilled to offer a one-of-a-kind coaching program experience for those who are ready to join the Gains Invasion of the Anabolic Aliens. This program is all about you, providing 90 days of fully customized workout and diet plans, as well as daily accountability support and weekly live coaching sessions, getting direct access to me to guarantee you achieve results that are absolutely out of this world. Just look at these success stories.
I lost around 3.5% body fat.
I feel good mentally, physically. It's been a huge game changer, man.
I lost 20 pounds. I got a lot stronger too.
I enjoyed the hell out of every day and can't wait to start over.
You get access to our premium app, Exerprise. Plus, we're including more bonuses worth over $300. And even more importantly, we offer flexible payment plans and a 100% money back guarantee. Don't delay your transformation another day. Click the link below and book your call now. All right, so my Home Remedies recovery process for minor injuries is first, awareness. Then stop any activity that could worsen the problem. Next, try to identify the specific when and what caused it. Then at home, take an over-the-counter non-steroidal anti-inflammatory like Advil. Next, apply a muscle pain relieving cream, and then, depending on if I could identify what caused the problem or not, either ice or heat first. If I know exactly how it happened, I'll ice for the first 48 hours and then heat. If I can't pinpoint how it happened, then I will heat. In addition, depending on my soreness level, I'll take between 10 to 20 grams of glutamine. Lastly, when I'm feeling better and almost ready to get back at it, I'll either roll out or deeply massage the area. Then, when it's time to actually get back at it, take it slow at first until I've proven to myself that I'm confidently back at my 100% and ready to go hard again. And that is all for today, aliens. Much love, thank you for your support as always, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace!
Together we got power.